We interrupt our regular programming to bring you this special weather bulletin. The National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning. A funnel cloud is on the ground 2 miles west of Cantrell and is moving.
Sassy Marina, come downstairs now.
Area should take shelter immediately. To repeat, northwest. Everyone in Cantrell.
We're under a tornado warning, so we need to go to the basement just like we've planned. So go ahead and come down to the basement.
Okay.
Just stay calm. Everything will be fine.
It's okay. Everyone's all right.
The Reeves family had a tornado survival plan. They watched the approaching storm. They heard the tornado warning on the radio, went to a designated shelter area in their home, and waited for the storm to pass. It's a textbook example of how to survive a tornado. But things seldom happen this way. In fact, they almost never happen this way. You may not hear a warning. Your house may not have a basement. You may not be at home. Nearly 800 tornadoes are reported across the United States and Canada each year, and they can strike at any time of the night or day and develop so quickly that they may come with little warning. In 1990, a killer tornado was on the ground and 18 people were dead before Plainfield, Illinois could be warned. 20 people died on Palm Sunday in 1994 when a tornado slammed into the Goshen United Methodist Church in Piedmont, Alabama. They never heard the warning. Think about surviving a tornado before the storm clouds are boiling overhead. You need to have a plan for taking shelter wherever you are. You must be responsible for your own safety. In southern Illinois, Jim McGinnis, his wife and son took cover in the bathroom in the middle of the house when they saw the storm approaching. His wife and son crouched in the bathtub while he lay on the floor beside them. The house suffered a direct hit. All that was left was the bathroom and two interior walls.
Our house didn't have a basement, so we went to the middle of it. I wanted to put as many walls between us and that cloud as I could. So we covered our heads and waited till it was over.
The safest place to be during a tornado is underground, preferably under something sturdy like a stairway or workbench. If there's no basement or cellar in your home, a small room in the middle of the house, like a bathroom or closet, would save your life. Jim was right. The more walls between you and the outside, the better. In Central Florida, Carolyn Byer was safely in a friend's basement when a tornado ripped apart her mobile home. Nearly 70 homes in her mobile home park were destroyed.
Well, at first I didn't want to get out into the rain and hail. Boy, am I sure glad I did. There was nothing left of my home.
Mrs. Byer knew where to go to take shelter, and it saved her life. Tornadoes can have wind speeds of 200 to 300 miles per hour. Manufactured homes, including those with tie-downs, are extremely vulnerable to high winds. If you live in a manufactured home, you should seek shelter at the first sign of severe weather. If there's no local shelter, you should talk to someone nearby and get permission to come to their house when severe weather threatens. If you have no other shelter, as a last resort, go outside, lie in a ditch or low-lying area, away from your manufactured home. Cover your head and neck with your hands. You'll be safer outside than you are in a mobile home. Rod Merritt was driving home when he saw a tornado plowing through a residential neighborhood in northern Kansas. He jumped out and laid flat in a ditch, seconds before the tornado carried his vehicle away.
There really wasn't time for anything except common sense. But I knew there was no way I could have outrun that funnel cloud. I picked my car up and just literally threw it about 50 yards from the road.
When he jumped out of his vehicle and got into the ditch, Rod did the right thing. Fast thinking and common sense probably saved his life. Tornadoes have been known to pick up and overturn cars, trucks, even tractor trailers. If you're in a vehicle and you see a tornado, don't try to outrun it. If you can't find a safe structure like a highway overpass, get out of the vehicle, get away from it, and lie down with your hands covering the back of your head and neck. Remember, whenever you have to take shelter on the ground, be alert for flash flooding.
Attention in the mall. Tornado has been sighted on the ground and is moving toward the mall. Quickly move to the center of the store you are in.
When a tornado hit a shopping center in South Carolina, there was no time for anyone to get to a designated shelter area. Vanessa Johnson was one of several people who huddled on the floor of the lower level while the building dissolved around them.
Well, I got on the floor away from the windows and the skylights. The whole building just came apart. There was glass everywhere. It's a miracle nobody got killed.
Most people injured by tornadoes are hit by flying debris. If you need to take shelter in a public building and you can't get to the basement or shelter area, do what Vanessa did. Move to the center of a lower level. Stay away from the windows and lie flat on the floor. Tornadoes seldom strike when the whole family is at home. Think about the places you spend time each week: the gym, church, even a movie theater. Wherever you are, think about where you would seek shelter if the weather turned threatening. Be aware of the emergency shelter plans in the schools your children attend, and make sure your children are aware of them. You also need to know where the designated shelters are in your workplace. Practice getting there from your work area. Tornadoes occur in the same weather patterns that produce severe thunderstorms. When thunderstorms are brewing, check your television or radio for weather updates. Randy Duncan is with the National Coordinating Council on Emergency Management.
It's important to know the difference between a watch and a warning. When the National Weather Service issues a watch, that means that weather conditions are right for the formation of a tornado. When the National Weather Service issues a warning, that means that a tornado is occurring. If a warning is issued, you should take shelter immediately. That should be the only thing left to do. All your preparation steps should take place during the watch. If the sky begins to look black or greenish, if it begins to boil, if you can observe clouds rotating, if you hear the sound of a freight train, these are all signs that a tornado may be nearby.
A big part of surviving a tornado is knowing when and where to take shelter. You should develop a family tornado survival plan and be ready to use it. Choose the best place in your home to take cover and conduct a family tornado drill so everyone knows about the plan. Don't wait until the emergency siren goes off to start grabbing supplies and thinking about what to do if a tornado hits. Plan ahead. Take responsibility for your own safety. Plan to survive.
I'm just glad I was able to walk away from it.
Yeah, I tell you what, I got pretty muddy laying in that ditch, but I did live to tell about it.
We made it. 10 minutes later, the sun came out and we were still alive.